Hello and welcome to the Met Office forecast for the week ahead. A week of severe weather, a week with 2 named storms and various weather warnings. The jet stream, very powerful, emanating out of North America during the next few days, and that is going to pick up and deepen rapidly a couple of low pressures. The initial one, Storm Dudley, moving across the Atlantic quickly during Tuesday, reaching northern parts of the UK during Wednesday, with its strongest winds affecting northern areas during Wednesday night into the early hours of Thursday. Meanwhile, something else starts developing in the Atlantic. At first, just a shallow area of low pressure, but as the jet stream engages with it, it deepens it very, very rapidly on its approach and as it travels over southern parts of the UK. So Storm Eunice on Friday, well, it will bring its strongest winds to the south, and there is the risk of disruptive snow, meanwhile, on the north as colder air digs in. But before those 2 storms, a wet and breezy start to Tuesday in the north and the west. The band of rain moves into central and southern areas, where it does stick around for much of the afternoon, actually, eventually petering away to the southeast. Brighter skies follow, a few showers for northern England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, 1 or 2 flakes of snow over the higher ground as well, and staying breezy with a risk of gales in the far north for a time. It's going to be feeling cold in the north, but temperatures a little above average in the south, 9 to 11 Celsius. And then out towards the west, Northern Ireland already clouding over as the next batch of rain moves in. Now this is a couple of weather fronts associated with an area of low pressure, which is moving in, well, not far in front of Storm Dudley, which will bring its worst weather later Wednesday. But Tuesday night also sees a spell of rain and strong winds across the country with this initial low pressure. As that clears away, perhaps some brightness first thing Wednesday in places, but quite quickly it turns wet and windy, some heavy and persistent rain around western hills and coasts as the next low moves in. And this is Storm Dudley. You can see it's just out to the northwest at the moment. Its rain moves through initially with some strengthening southwesterly winds. Of course, they'll bring mild air with them, so 14 or 15 Celsius in the south and around average in the far north, with that rain falling as snow over the hills of Scotland. But as Storm Dudley approaches, increasingly, after the rain clears through, we'll see the winds pick up. So by Wednesday evening, widespread gales for the northern half of the UK, and the strongest of the winds are expected to arrive as these tightening isobars approach this part of the world during Thursday early hours. That's why there are weather warnings in force. Yellow warning for much of the northern half of the UK, where there is the risk of 60 to 70 mile/hour wind gusts in places, but also an amber warning, central and southern Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland and northern England. A risk even inland of 80 mile/hour wind gusts, and in some exposed coasts and hills, 90 mile/hour wind gusts. Risk of disruption to travel and power supplies from those winds, and the risk of damage to structures, as well as very dangerous coastal conditions with the very large waves around the Western Isles and parts of Northern Ireland to watch out for overnight Wednesday into Thursday. It stays very windy across the country during Thursday morning. Bands of rain move through, turn to showers, and then cold air digs in. And so that during Thursday morning, it's going to be turning colder and the showers will be falling as snow over the higher parts of Scotland. In the far south, damp and breezy, but in between some brightness, and the winds do calm down a touch by Thursday afternoon. A break in between weather systems, but only ahead of the next low, which at this stage deepens rapidly during Thursday, Storm Eunice, and approaches the UK on that powerful jet stream. Now, some uncertainty at this stage. It's 4 days ahead on the track and depth of Eunice, but it looks likely to bring widespread gales to the southern half of the UK. A yellow warning in force for much of the country, and the risk of 60 to 70 mile/hour wind gusts in places. But if Eunice develops in such a way that it will be particularly deep crossing the country, there is the risk of 80 mile/hour wind gusts even inland. As well as that, for the northern part of this warning area, there is the risk of disruptive snow, and combined with the winds, blizzard conditions for some North Wales, northern England and southern Scotland perhaps. So a very lively start to Friday with those strong wind gusts, as well as any disruptive snowfall affecting central and northern parts of the UK. The worst of the rain and snow moves through during the morning and early part of the afternoon It stays very windy, further gales in places, but the strongest of the winds ease away during the afternoon as well. Brighter skies follow, wintry showers for Scotland, northern England, Northern Ireland perhaps as well. Eunice moves away for the first part of the weekend, and then a brief breather, I think, heading into the weekend. Another area of low pressure, another weather front potentially bringing wet and windy weather to the south during Saturday itself. But then further lows are likely to affect us during the weekend and early next week, although these don't look to be as severe as the two named storms that we've got on the cards this week. So plenty to watch out for this week. Two named storms, Dudley and Eunice, dangerous winds in some places, and for some, the risk of disruptive snow. We'll keep you updated on all of that, and you can follow those updates on the Met Office social media channels as well as the web and the app. Bye-bye.